I'm gonna zoom in on my butt, and then no, I'm kidding.
Well, I'll stand right next to you.
Maybe not. All the chat boxes are in the way. That's good enough for an intro. Hey, howdy, how's it going, everybody? Sup?
Hi. It's me, Takaroba, back again with Tisonian Eskimo, as you can see right here, or Razkun. My name is Kagune, and you don't even know what we're playing.
Yeah, I'm feeling like this is gonna be kind of a chill thing. I'm kind of feeling in the Joel mood right now. That looked really funny on my screen. Like on my screen, I'm walking backwards, but you are walking forwards in a backwards motion, like the moonwalk.
Oh, I see it. Okay, so
welcome to Flyff.
Yes, welcome to Flyff, the first game that, well, maybe first game, or game in the new series we're doing called the GrindStone.
The GrindStone. So there are many games and stuff out there that both him and I enjoy that just require a lot of tedious, just kind of grinding. Tedious grinding. Oh. And basically what that means is it takes a long time to level up. Like, imagine Pokemon, but to get from like level 1 to 30 takes like a month. Just imagine that. That's kind of it's MMO. If you've never played an MMO,
yeah, that's what MMOs are. MMOs are for the nerds that don't have a life like us.
They choose to have their life here instead.
Yeah, exactly.
And so
why would you have a life in the real world when you could have a life like this instead? And plus, if you don't want to be one of those nerds, but you still want to see this kind of stuff, that's why we're here.
I'm just quickly going through the tutorial here.
Oh,
did you already do that?
No, I closed it out. I closed it.
Oh, I forgot you can skip that. I'm gonna hide the penguin.
So, you got any more information about this?
So, I'll be honest, I was looking at a text message while you were talking about it. So,
I've got a text message over there. I ain't looking at it. Unprofessional much.
Die. Say, Flaris looks different. Or Flarine. I never knew that.
Oh, yeah. Quick little bit of context. We haven't played this game for probably 5 years.
I think you're right.
Boy, is it different.
I think you are correct. This place looks beautiful, but I kind of miss the nostalgia. I'm glad that the giant floating island, or not island, but ship thing, is above the center still. So this is a anime-inspired or anime-esque MMO that was originally created by G Potato, I believe a Swedish company. What do you remember where G Potato's from?
I'm not 100% sure actually.
And so I do remember how I found this game. It was basically just a sidebar ad back on MySpace, like I want to say 2008 or so. And I really like it. This was before I even knew that I liked anime, but I really just kind of like the visuals of this game in general and just the whole fantasy style and how it all works. I remember jumping up to this from RuneScape, going over here to these Iabats and attacking them, being like, "Whoa, I'm hitting 70s. This is amazing." Because on RuneScape, hitting a 70 was a gigantic deal. But it looks like they changed that because I just killed it by hitting a 3.
Meanwhile, I'm sitting over here messing with my hair.
Did you see my hair? Is it free to do that now? I thought it was
No, it's okay. If I change the color of my hair, it's 4 mil.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And so this is a game that we didn't really...
Wait, did you walk over to the Iabats?
I have killed 2 Iabats.
Hey, wait for me.
This is kind of one of those class-based games. Or I should explain that Flyff stands for fly for fun.
Yes.
Which is really odd because flying is one of the least things that you do in this game, although I really enjoy that it's an option. I wish more games had the option of a personal one-seater vehicle that you can use to get around. The flying in this game is mostly transportation.
You enjoyed the bike. But also, I'm going to say,
so happy with the bikes.
Something real quick. Let's go get Buff Pang buffs.
You are smart fingy wingy.
Saw that coming. But yes, the bikes, Meteor bikes, I love buffs.
I'm so glad you did that.
There was the Meteor bike, the Cilicia bike. There was plenty of them.
Yeah, the clock bike.
All I ever got to use was
Hera Hoover.
elegant white wings.
I loved my Divine Prophet wings, but I don't think any of you know what all this stuff is. I'm probably like putting images on the screen to show you, just so that you can realize why I love this game so much.
Yeah, this was like my childhood and his like high school hood.
Almost high school, like middle school hood, which I I don't want to even think about.
Middle school.
Oh, that's a lot of buffs.
Remember to make sure that your sound effects are down, so it's not overpowering the voices.
Yes, I have already done that. So
Okay.
if you've never played an MMO before, what we just did is we got buffs, which basically
Yes.
means for a certain amount of time you have different like stat upgrades. Not to get too nerdy, we don't really memorize the stats like, oh, I'm +3 attack right now.
No, no,
It's
not
not
at
like
all.
that. It basically just means we're gonna hit harder, we're gonna run faster, and we have more health and whatnot.
I
That's what
mean,
all
I
this
can give an
is.
example right here. There's this buff called Beef Up, level 7. It increases your strength stat by 7. There's Quick Step, which increases the walk speed, which apparently level 7 walk speed is 16%, as you can tell by us walking faster and stuff.
I like the percentage ones. I don't like the +3 stat or whatever. I like it just being like, oh,
I'm
your
gonna
attack is up
pull
by
up.
16%
Hey, I
now.
leveled up.
I almost attacked a member of the Violet Magician Troop over there.
You would have died.
I know. I got a new sword
Here
though.
is the stat window right here. Right now we're playing as the class Vagrant, which is the class
Ah,
that
yes.
everybody starts out as. And from there, you can branch onto either a magician, an assist, a
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
mercenary, or an acrobat.
This was definitely a concept that I was new to when I started this game, was a class-based system, because if you know anything about RuneScape, you can do everything as much as you want, almost like Animal Crossing, where you have these skills that you can do, but you can do them at any time. Whereas this game, you had to kind of choose the direction you wanted to go for the most part.
Yeah, and if you wanted to take some other direction after the fact, you'd have to make a whole new character and do everything again.
You were locked into it.
Yep. Oh, and by the way, I walked over to the Captain Mushpangs just to get more EXP.
And I got some female gauntlets, but female, obviously. And then we could do some quests right now, and the quests in this game are pretty simple. It's mostly, hey, go kill 10 of these, or bring me back 10 of these items from these monsters.
I thought it was just the bringing back items.
I mean,
Oh yeah, and
if you want to, you can be a lore hound and read into it. Have you heard that phrase before?
if everybody's looking at my screen, or the people looking at my screen, sorry, the little EXP experience bar is down here below the quick select menu, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 through 0 here.
I will be
This
honest, I
tiny
was
bar of
looking
blue.
for it.
Yeah,
'cause
it's
I didn't
that
know where it
tiny
was.
bar of blue down here.
There used to be a stat window at the top left that showed your character's head close up with your HP and stuff. And I really liked that being at the top left. I feel like the bottom right is not where I look too often.
Yeah.
Oh, I leveled up again. So, speaking of all this, how do I... Oh, never mind. My buffs were covering it. So, I'm looking at a skill list now. Basically, what the skill tree is special attacks you can use while fighting. And
There it is.
you
Display damage.
put your skill points into the skill you want to learn. And do you think we still get a free reskill at the Dun of Vagrancy? At the Dun of
Reskill or restat?
Reskill.
I believe so. Like I said, we haven't played this game in 5 years, so we're not really sure what's going on. I am level 3.
I know I want Flurry, so I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade this.
Oh yeah, Flurry's gonna be pretty good. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna go for Flurry. I'm just gonna kill stuff.
Oh yeah. So we have
There you
already
are.
decided
There.
on the classes that... Where'd you go? I see the giant mushbang. Oh,
I'm
there you
over
are.
at the small birdings. Burudang.
Leave it in the comments if you know what Taka's name is. Just curious.
Oh yes, it is pronounced Kagune, and if you can precisely tell me what that is from, I will give you a cookie.
We will point at you and say you're cool.
Yeah, we'll give you a shout out. How about that?
I don't know. This thing. Oh,
Or I
it
will.
was
That's
dying.
my thing.
I'm distracted. So where was I going? We decided on the classes we wanted to choose. I'm gonna go with one of my favorite ones, whereas Taka is going to go for something that neither of us have ever done. Actually, you would think after many years of us playing this game we had tried everything, but that is not true. So
Yeah.
at level 15 of being a vagrant, you get to choose your job. So level
First
1 through
job.
15 is kind of your basic tutorial, kind of learn the game, get the nice visuals of it.
Vagrancy. Vagabond.
Vagrancy, vagabond. I was just gonna make that reference there. That's basically what a vagabond is.
Yeah.
Say what you will do.
So, um,
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Sorry,
hey, I got a long
they
sword.
use the word vagabond in that song.
Hey, I got a better sword. Anyway,
Then at
so
level
like you
15, you
said,
get to choose from the four different classes, either assist, magician, mercenary, or acrobat, being the archer class. Level up again. And from there, you go from level 15 to level 60, where each of those four
yes,
classes branches off
that
into two different classes. That's basically
the
the main focus, is to get to level 60.
the main part of this game is that 15 to 60 grind. That's what you're looking forward to the entire time.
From 60
And
onwards is where things get certainly fun. That
yes,
I because I
as
don't English good.
as you already know, vagrancy branches off into four jobs, but once you get to level 60, you can get your second job, which is a branch between two different directions you can take, such as you going. Let's see, should we discuss what our first job is going to be?
My first job is going to be mercenary. I have always been really fond of the melee class, and oddly enough, my best character in this game is an archer, but I'm going to go with melee. And for the mercenary class, once that gets to level 60, it branches off into either a full-fledged armored knight, being the knight class, or kind of an assassin, really speedy, dual-wielding melee user, being called a blade.
Yes.
Not too
So
creative on that
also
name.
the mercenary class is just like, simple run-of-the-mill swordsman kind of class. The
I,
class that I'm going to be going
I
with,
like how mercenary has a sword and shield, and then both of the second classes for mercenary don't use a shield.
exactly. Well, Templar. We'll talk about those later. Those aren't important.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Anyway, the class that I will be going for is the assist class because uh, playing this game, it takes a lot of let's see, how should I put that? If you take an assist and you level it up to 60, you can choose your path between Ringmaster and Bill Poster. Bill Poster is the overpowered melee class that is pretty much comparable to a Blade, which Blade is probably one of the strongest classes in the game. Bill Poster is basically like their rival, per se. The Ringmaster class is purely support. They get better buffs, you level them up more, and it just does complete better things. And playing this game is almost impossible to do without a Ringmaster assistant. So I'm going to play technically the part of that Ringmaster assistant, but I'm going to go with Bill Poster. So I will still have the buffs from the assist class, but I'm going to have the power of the Bill Poster.
We're getting into those Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon trading card battles here, where I feel like they won't quite understand us because we're using a lot of terminology.
I know.
The reason
I apologize for all the lore, terminology, backstory, but it's
the
simple things.
reason that he's doing the Bill Poster, being the one that he chose, is he can give us these buffs that we got from the Penguin. I believe once we hit level 20, we are no longer allowed to get these from the Penguin, and so we have
No,
to
it is
resort
level
to.
60.
It's level 60.
It is level 61 that you can no longer get buff ping buffs.
That's insane. I thought it was like level 15 or 20.
Nope.
I don't remember this. But at some point, we are no longer able to get these from the Penguin anymore, and so you have to resort to other players.
Oh yeah, by
And
the way, heading over to the Peak Pukes.
oh yeah,
Or
Peak
level
Peaks are
9.
one of my favorites. I still need to do a whole bunch of stuff with my stats. Like I'm still fighting as if I'm level 1 here, because do I want to leave Flurry at level 1 or? I'll just leave it
I'm
at 1
not
for now.
using Flurry. I'm going to be fighting
I'm gonna use
about
the
2
action slot,
levels
though.
above my level right now, which I am level 6. These Captain Puke Pukes are level 8.
The monsters in this game are definitely something I just adore. They are so adorable. Adorable.
They're
Um,
adorable. They are very creative, to be honest.
they, to me, is what define fantasy. Whenever
Exactly.
I think of fantasy, I go right to this game. Like I'm walking by living mushrooms right now that are holding up them fisticuffs, and This game is just so beautiful. Ignore the white trees right now. I think that's a seasonal thing, and they are hideous. But they do change like the trees. And you said you went to the Puke Pukes.
Yeah. I agree exactly with what you were saying. This game is beautiful. Like the graphics, they're simple cartoony style, but it just describes fantasy. You can move the screen around freeform, look up at the sky, there's clouds, look at the trees, the grass has textures to it. It's just altogether a beautiful looking game.
I wonder if the giant mushping is aggro. No, it's not.
It's not. The giant puke puke over here is. By the
Yes,
way, aggro
the
aggro
nightmares
means
of.
aggro means aggressive, which are these red named monsters right here. And if you get too close to the red named monsters, they will attack you on their own without you provoking them.
If you knew what aggro meant before we explained that, go watch Log Horizon. You will enjoy it.
Please don't bring anime into this.
It's an anime-esque game.
See, I just got aggro. That one attacked me by itself.
The Knight class in Log Horizon talk about stuff like that all the time, especially aggro. They have a special skill that encourages the monster to like, hey, look at me. I am your target. Don't fight anyone else. And they sit there and tank all the damage while everyone else is fighting them, and it's so cool.
I don't know if you just saw me bring up my recording system, but just making sure everything's running smoothly, which it is. Okay,
I finally found the Puke Pukes.
The giant puke puke was making a beeline for me, and it kind of scared me.
I kind of got lost because I'm not used to this new mini map where my screen is pointing in the direction, but my character does not control the compass.
Yes. So I apologize for how the length of this episode, which so far we have been going for about 16 minutes. I apologize for the length, but this is the first episode of the series, so we got to get the information out. I mean, the rest from here is just going to be like, little check-ins. Hey, we got to level 15 or so, something like
cool
that.
Stuff. By the way, we also get the ability to fly on stuff at level 20.
At level 20, yes.
And you get either a choice of a broom or a hoverboard to fly on at first, and we're both
Who would
choose
a broom?
I know, right? Just females.
I almost made a joke that would not be appropriate for the video. I apologize.
I know what joke you were thinking of.
I don't think you do.
I think I do.
That was the flurry move over there. I'm watching you.
I'm using the C slot.
Yeah. I love that move so much. I just don't want to upgrade it because I'm not 100% sure if we get the reskill or not.
I'm going to need it anyway, so. So, like, you see these floating islands above us. Literally, later on, we can just fly up there.
Okay, can I go back to the beauty of this game? Those floating islands are there purely for looks. You can go stand on them, just look off the edge.
There is one that is there for the hero's quest.
With this anima keys guy over there?
Yeah, there is another one of those on a floating island in St. Morning.
Yes. St. Morning is the second town in this game. There are 3 towns. It goes Sieres, which is the starting town for vagrancy and that kind of stuff. And then it goes on to St. Morning, which is about your mid-level, level 30 to 40 kind of stuff. Then it goes on to Darken, where that's basically second job only.
I was trying to flip through the map as you were explaining this, but the map is really tiny and didn't explain much. There are other places as well, but they're not actual city towns. There's like Shadow War, Garden of Rises, and
yeah, those are like level 120 scary things. And by the way, Colin, I headed over to the.
I got a pike helmet. I got a pike helmet.
Nice. Did I get any more armor?
I got. Do you want a pike helmet? I got an extra one.
Ooh, I'd love one.
Look at these hats. I love these hats.
I actually got my hands on a pike suit and pike boots.
I got a leaf helmet. I was hoping for the inner helmet.
Oh yeah,
I like how we haven't played this in like 5 years. I still know all the names of these things.
We know the names of these things. We know exactly where everything is. It's pretty awesome. I'm being attacked by 2 things at once. You little aggro.
Everything is awesome.
I'm being aggro.
Everything is cool when you're playing at home.
Oh yeah. I'll take you up on that anytime.
You're the one who goes outside more than me.
Well, yeah.
I still remember you going to that party, and I had to tell your friend, like, just remember, he's going to be sitting there at that party the entire time thinking about how he's not getting EXP in this game.
I think that was bowling.
I don't remember where you went, but there was double EXP on RuneScape at the time.
Oh, yeah.
So how do I tell what level I am?
You hit H, and if you look up at the top left, it says your name, job, level, server,
Okay.
and channel.
So I'm level 5, and these are level 7, so I can still hang here for a little bit.
I'm
I
level
so
7.
miss
5
when my level was
months.
at the top left. It was so much better.
Oh yeah, that little head thing was so good. I'm gonna look through the options real quick again. Gamma, brightness, shade, details, expand camera viewpoint, weather, show name, display damage.
This is also a very social game, whereas the main point by the title sounds like you're flying around a lot, and you're not. And then you play it and you think you have to fight and grind a lot, which you do. But there's also an extreme
Social
social
aspect.
aspect to this game where people are usually generally really friendly and funny, and you can have a guild and do cool stuff with your guild and get
But you have to
guild
remember
capes, and
that was 5 years ago.
that is
And this
true.
game is under a new producer name now. And I
Under new
feel like
management,
since then, the game has kind of died out a little bit.
especially with the introduction of Flyff Gold, I know that.
Yes, Flyff Gold is the update that they did with this whole new interface you see going on here. Like this stuff down here, it used to be so much easier to navigate and go through.
I like when people call it a GUI for GUI, a general
That's
user
pretty funny.
interface, the GUI. But yeah, we're basically hating and kind of throwing up inside at the sight of these interface stuff here.
It's a nostalgic factor, if you know what I mean. Like that
You
whole
know what
thing
I
of
mean?
going back to an old game that you used to love and just seeing how much it changed. It's kind of sad,
And
but
one
it's
thing
also
I
good to
love
be
about
back.
coming back to Flyff is it's not like going back to an old PlayStation game where you get on and you just don't want to play it because the graphics are so low. I know a lot of people don't have this problem, but like I
Yeah.
really wanted to try Final Fantasy because I missed out
Hey,
on
there's
Final
another
Fantasy.
vagrant. See?
I've seen a few.
Here's social aspect. It is a girl. Her name is Cherry Pops.
Plus, we're on at like 11 at night.
That is true. On a
But
school night,
I
I'm naughty.
I missed out on the train for Final Fantasy, and I really wanted to get on that, especially with the one that has Cloud and the Ultima Sword. And I went and looked it up, and I was so close to buying it. But then I look at the graphics of the game, and I'm just like, ew.
I'm in the same boat as you with Final Fantasy. I never got to try it out, but people always said it was a fantastic
If
game.
you've seen that Onigi video, their blocky hands, he wasn't kidding with that.
So we've hit over the 20-minute mark. I'd say we should wrap this video up sometime
That
soon.
is true. So I think, where are you at right now?
I am at the Urchin Domains.
Ah, you're making some progress. I think
I
the
am
next.
actually level 7.
Oh, I think the next. I should be over there with you as well. I think the next nostalgic area for me in this sort of portion of the game is the Doridamas.
Ah, yes.
There wasn't really anything special about them, but
But just the area around
I
it. It's
remember
like
it really well.
we're probably not going to be recording footage of the Doridamas, but the area around them, it's just a beach area with a little house off to the side. It's pretty cool, actually.
Where would you like to start recording next? By the way, basically what I'm doing here. We started in this town right here. You can see I've only made it up to about right around this area. He's over here. The goal of the vagrancy is to kind of make your way to the end of the island where there is a cave at the end.
The Mars mine.
The Mars mine, yes. And also like kind of the bangs and the yang yangs.
Yes.
See the ferns.
Yeah. I'd say we should start recording just about at the end of level 14.
So right around the yang yangs.
No. At the end, well, are we
Well-
going to be fighting?
Well,
yeah.
I
Yeah,
guess we could be almost at the bangs at that point. I think
pretty
we
much.
could be at
Hey, I
the bangs.
see you over there.
I feel bad about the urchin domains. Like these are little kids, and
That
we're
we're
killing them.
Murdering.
I mean,
Yeah.
they
Pike
have
hel-
knives,
Got a
but
pike helmet.
little kids pulling a shank on me, I'm gonna defend myself, of course. But
Exactly. So, if you want to step back out here over the bridge again, or do you want me to come to the bridge and we can end the episode on the little bridge down
yeah,
there?
I think we can do that. And do it on
All right.
the little bridge over here.
I've got, here, let me level up real quick. I'm almost done. It'll take like 2 more. So, as you can see, we're not going to be recording this whole game like we said.
I
Because
cannot
it's very tedious.
play this game without having the combat stance button in my hotbar. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. It's a cosmetic thing, because...
Oh, this
I'll
game, that is
actually-
my favorite thing about this game is cosmetics. It introduced
Yep.
me to cosmetics. Oh, I love cosmetics so much.
um, let's see. I'm going to explain what the combat stance is once I kill this.
Oops.
And level. Never mind.
I forgot that emote makes you talk.
So the combat stance is this little button down here, and as you can see, my character is in a stance where he looks like he's ready to fight, but if you click that, he'll just kind of go into a little normal stance, like pretty casual. But yeah, he goes into combat stance anytime you start fighting anything, so I'm about to level up, and then it'll be right there.
Ah, yes.
Level up, there it is. I will do my stats.
There's also really great like fan-made videos of this game. If you get bored of watching us, go and check out something called Putting
Legends
in
of
TGE
Roika?
or Legends
Yes.
of Roika, especially Legends of Roika.
Legends of Roika was the knockoff recreation of Putting in TGE made by the same person, but Legends of Roika has 3D animation in it. Put head on ground. Anyway, so yeah, I'd say that's about the end of the episode.
Hold on. I see something I want. There's just a random hand claw on the
Oh,
ground
that
over
was
here.
mine.
Oh, well, it's mine now.
That's fine.
I'm gonna shank
I
you with
have
this
a
thing.
Rodney axe if you want.
I'm not sure which one I want. Did you ever get a shield?
I did not.
Alright, so... Oh, you got a better suit than me now. Which Vagrant suit did you like better? That one or the one I'm wearing?
I like yours for the cosmetic reasons. Like it, just having the little coat on, pretty cool. But I do like the level like 12, I think, set.
And all you people out there who are into fan service, yes, it does come off.
I'm just gonna. Oh God! Put it back on. How much do I have to pay you to put your clothes back on? If you fall asleep at a party, you'll wake up with more clothes on. Anyway.
Oh,
Nope,
I just got that.
Different. Anyway, all right, guys.
Did I ever have an outro? Nah. Let's goodbye. I think that's my outro, right?
Yeah. Just gonna.
Oh, I should have walked. That's
Please.
whispering in your ear.
Sir.
You wanna chop the vegetables? Chop, 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 chop.
I don't need your roast in my oven, man.
Hey,
All right,
some
guys.
more.
So
I'm dying.
stop choking.
Goodbye.
All right. So I hope you guys like this first video. Stay tuned for more. Goodbye, everybody.
Hello, see.